You wake up one morning, sit at the edge of the bed, and feel your heart beating a little heavier than it used to. You've tried to eat right for years: oatmeal, salads, low-fat foods, and yet your doctor still mentions cholesterol, blood pressure, or borderline results. You stare down at that familiar bowl of plain oatmeal and think, "I'm doing everything they told me to. So why doesn't it feel like enough anymore?" If you've ever had that thought, you are not alone. And it doesn't mean you've failed. It usually means your body is asking for something more specific, more targeted, especially after 60. This is where today's senior health tips come in. Because sometimes it's not about changing everything you eat, it's about upgrading the things you already do, with a few quiet, powerful additions. Imagine this. The morning light settles across your kitchen. Steam rises from a simple bowl of oatmeal. And instead of being just breakfast, that bowl becomes a gentle daily practice for your arteries, circulation, and long-term heart health. When you sit down to breakfast, does it feel like a fresh start for your heart, or just another habit set on autopilot? Researchers around the world have been studying how certain foods affect blood flow, arterial flexibility, and inflammation, especially in adults over 60. One surprising pattern keeps showing up: a handful of simple ingredients, added to everyday meals like oatmeal, seem to help support clearer arteries and smoother circulation over time. Not magic, not a cure, but small, steady support, the kind your heart and blood vessels quietly appreciate each morning. Let's walk through 6 of these additions together. You don't need all of them at once, and none of this replaces your medications or your doctor's advice. Think of these as gentle, food-based allies, senior health tips you can literally stir into your day. You start with something small. On the counter sits a jar of ground flax seeds. They don't look like much, but once you grind them, they release a nutty aroma and a collection of nutrients your arteries recognize and welcome. Flax seeds are rich in plant-based omega-3s and special plant compounds that help your blood vessels relax and stay flexible. Research in older adults suggests that a spoon or two of freshly ground flax most days may help support healthier blood pressure and smoother blood flow over time. The key word there is freshly. Whole flax seeds tend to pass through your system without giving you their full benefits. So you take a small coffee grinder, add a tablespoon or two of seeds, and in a few seconds they turn into a soft golden brown powder. You cook your oatmeal as usual. Then you wait just a moment, let it cool slightly, and stir the ground flax in. It thickens the bowl a bit, almost like a gentle hug for your breakfast. You don't have to start big. Maybe it's just 1 tablespoon for the first week so your digestion can adjust. Then, if you feel good, you work up to 2. Simple, steady, and kind to your heart. Next, you swirl in a touch of gold, turmeric with black pepper, and a little healthy fat. You may think of turmeric as just a spice for curry, but in a warm bowl of oats it becomes something different, a quiet partner in calming inflammation. Turmeric's bright yellow compound, curcumin, has been studied for its ability to support the inner lining of your blood vessels, the same lining that tends to wear down with age. On its own, curcumin doesn't absorb well, but when you pair it with freshly ground black pepper and a small amount of healthy fat like a spoon of coconut oil or ghee, your body takes it in much more easily. You warm a tiny mixture of turmeric, pepper, and oil for a few seconds until it smells rich and earthy. Then you stir it into your oatmeal, turning the bowl a gentle shade of gold. It's not just pretty, it's purposeful. You're not trying to fix your heart in one day. You're reminding your arteries, morning after morning, that they are still being cared for. From there, you add warmth and comfort, a sprinkle of Ceylon cinnamon. Not the common kind that often shows up in big containers, but true Ceylon cinnamon, softer, lighter, and friendlier to long-term health. This type of cinnamon has been linked in research to steadier after-meal fats and blood sugars, both of which matter deeply for heart and brain health after 60. You let your oatmeal cool down to a comfortable eating temperature. Then you sprinkle in 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon and stir it through. The scent alone feels like a cozy memory: holidays, baking, warm kitchens. Some people like to prepare their oats the night before, with cinnamon already mixed in, letting everything rest in the fridge and gently warming it in the morning. That extra soaking time gives the cinnamon even more of a chance to release its helpful compounds into your breakfast. Have you ever noticed how different breakfasts affect your energy, mood, or blood pressure readings throughout the morning? Sometimes it's not just fullness you're feeling, it's how gently or harshly that meal is treating your arteries. Now let's add something that feels almost like dessert but works quietly like a helper. Raw cacao nibs. You picture dark little pieces sprinkled over your bowl, melting just slightly from the warmth. They're not sugary chocolate chips, they're pure cacao, the original form of chocolate, rich in plant compounds that support healthy blood flow. Cacao flavonoids encourage your blood vessels to produce more nitric oxide, a natural signaling molecule that helps them relax and open. For older adults, that gentle widening can mean easier circulation and less stiffness over time. To keep those benefits, you wait until your oatmeal is warm, not piping hot. Then you add a couple of spoonfuls of cacao nibs and let them sit for a few minutes. They soften a little, but they keep their crunch and their strength. You might pair them with a few berries or a squeeze of citrus. The vitamin C from the fruit helps protect cacao's delicate compounds and makes them easier for your body to use. It's a small pleasure that also acts as a senior health tip in disguise, supporting both your heart and your sense of enjoyment at the same time. Next come the little ruby jewels, pomegranate arils. You spoon a handful of bright red seeds over your oatmeal. They glisten in the morning light, and when you take a bite, there's a gentle crunch followed by a burst of tart sweetness. Pomegranate has been studied for its ability to support arterial health, especially in older adults with narrowing or stiffness. The combination of fiber, antioxidants, and natural plant acids seems to help the body handle cholesterol more wisely. It also helps to keep the vessel walls calmer. You add the arils after your oatmeal has cooled to a comfortable temperature. As they sit on the warm surface, they slowly release a little juice, creating pockets of color and flavor throughout the bowl. You chew the seeds well, knowing that each bite gives your body one more chance to absorb their supportive compounds. It's not about perfection. It's about giving your arteries one more ally at breakfast time. If you could choose one small upgrade for your morning bowl this week, which of these additions feels easiest to try? Flax, turmeric, cinnamon, cacao, or pomegranate? And then we arrive at a quiet powerhouse, ground hemp hearts. In a small dish on your counter, they almost look like tiny pieces of crushed nuts, but inside those pieces is a rare balance of healthy fats, plant protein, and minerals that aging arteries welcome like an old friend. Hemp hearts contain a natural ratio of omega-3 and omega-6 fats that supports lower inflammation. They're also rich in arginine, an amino acid your body can turn into nitric oxide, that same molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and flow more easily. Each morning, you grind a few tablespoons of hemp hearts so their delicate oils stay fresh. Then you stir them into warm, not boiling, oatmeal and let them sit for a couple of minutes. They thicken the bowl slightly, add a soft, nutty flavor, and create a gentle creaminess without heavy dairy. Over time, this little ritual can support healthier cholesterol patterns, calmer vessel walls, and more comfortable blood pressure, all without feeling like medicine. It's just breakfast, but it's breakfast with intention. What would it mean to you to sit in your doctor's office one day and hear something like this? Whatever you've been doing with your mornings, keep going. Your numbers look better. Now step back for a moment and picture the whole scene. The kettle whistles softly. You stir a pot or bowl of oats while the sun slowly brightens the window. Instead of rushing, you take an extra minute to grind a spoon of flax, mix a golden swirl of turmeric, add a sprinkle of cinnamon, scatter a few cacao nibs, top with pomegranate, or fold in some hemp hearts. You don't use all 6 every day. You play with them. Some mornings you choose 1 or 2. On others, you build a little heart support bowl with several together. This isn't about chasing miracle cures or replacing your prescribed treatment. It's about stacking small advantages in your favor. using food as one part of a larger, thoughtful plan for senior health. In the background, these ingredients are supporting nitric oxide, calming inflammation, and helping blood move more freely through aging arteries. In the foreground, you're simply enjoying a warm, satisfying breakfast that feels good in your body. That's what real senior health tips are meant to do: fit into your life, not take it over. They work best when they feel natural, sustainable, and kind. Of course, it's always wise to bring your clinician into the conversation. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or have kidney or liver concerns, you can share your new breakfast plans with your doctor or dietitian. They can help you adjust portions and timing so your food and your medications work together, not against each other. You're not trying to be your own doctor. You're trying to be your own ally, a partner to your healthcare team. As the years go by, your arteries, heart, and brain all appreciate consistency more than intensity. It's not the one perfect breakfast that changes everything. It's the quiet, repeated choice to give your body a little extra support, one morning at a time. Looking at your own routine, what's one gentle change you're willing to make in your morning bowl over the next few days? Is it grinding flax, choosing Ceylon cinnamon, adding a spoon of hemp hearts, or a handful of pomegranate? Whatever you choose, remember, you're not too late and you're not too far gone. Your heart still responds to kindness. Your arteries still respond to better care. Your mornings still matter. Every day that you wake up and choose to nourish yourself with a bit more intention, you're sending a simple, powerful message to your body: I'm still here, I still care, and I'm still investing in my future. That is the heart of all senior health tips worth following. Not fear, not pressure, but respect for the years behind you and hope for the years ahead. Every day is another chance to care for the body that's carried you this far. Keep learning, keep moving, keep believing in your own strength. Because aging isn't slowing down, it's leveling up. If today's message resonated, take a moment to subscribe, leave a thought in the comments, or share this video with someone who could use a little encouragement. Because together we're proving that aging well isn't the exception, it's the standard.